He has a top-rated, nationally syndicated morning show on the radio, and he's one of the most popular comedians of the day. From concert tours to movies to television, he's made his mark in entertainment. Now he's using his platform to better educate the African-American community. We're glad to have Steve Harvey. He joins us as our headliner today. Good to see you, brother.
What's happening?
As always.
Good.
Let me ask you, the radio program. Now, you did a radio program, a local one in Los Angeles for years, and now you moved over to the syndicated side. Are you surprised at how quickly you hit? Because it has become one of the fastest growing top radio programs in the country.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be kidding if I said I wasn't a bit surprised, It's so many markets so fast, so much success. It's some stuff that's happening here that hasn't happened in a while.
What of the juggernaut, the idea of taking all of what you've done, Steve, from the comedy tours to the movies, television, and now radio? You have become an entertainment entity. Was this all a plan of yours from the beginning?
Man, I wish I could take credit for it like that. I can't, though. I mean, I started out just wanting to be one of the premier stand-ups in the country. That's all I wanted to do. A lot of things came about because of that. I've been very, very blessed in that I've been allowed to understand that I work on a microphone, and it doesn't matter to me if it's on a stage with a bar stool and a spotlight and a glass of water, or if you hang it from a boom on a TV set or a movie set, or you put that microphone on a tabletop, and I do radio.
Hands on the back of my neck, stand up.
She make the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
She got it going on.
Two things is going on here. Your girl fine, and you need to get that hair off the back of your neck. There's two things happening in this song.
It seems to me that you've had some kind of spiritual awakening. I mean, you talk about it with the concert tour that you did with T.D. Jakes, the DVD now, He Ain't Through With Me Yet. There is a sense, and I've known you for some time, that there is this want to continue to better yourself. Is that fair?
I mean, that's absolutely fair. I think that's everybody, but it's just happening.
But it really isn't, though. That's what it should be, but you and I both know it really isn't.
Okay, cool. Look, I said that for TV purposes. Man, I want to become better. I want to become more responsible. I want to take responsibility. I have a calling, so to speak, in that I have to take what God has blessed me with, the ability to talk into that microphone and do some good with it. I can't just be about just telling jokes. I'm getting older, man. I have children. I got to be better for them, And then our community needs more people to just stand up and scream something positive, because we got the media doing a job on us on one end, and then we do a job on ourselves on the other end.
What has made you take that responsibility so seriously, particularly with the radio program? It gives you an audience of millions of people every day, and as opposed to just entertaining, you are now educating, Steve, to a great degree.
I mean, I really don't know where it comes from, man. I think it's a sense of wanting other people to understand some of the things I understand. See, I'm not the primo guy out there. Far from it, man. I've learned from so many guys. I've learned from Minister Farrakhan. I've learned from Martin Luther King. I've learned from Johnny Cochran, I've learned from Malcolm X. I've learned from so many people before me, and that I've actually had the benefit of sitting down speaking with. A lot of our young people today, especially our men, don't have that benefit to sit down. You and I have had many conversations about when Tupac was living, how he had approached you about being a cooler, older brother that he could sit down and just chop it up with to pick up some stuff. He needed that. There are a lot of young people who need that, man, and we just got the ones that's a little bit older just to say to them, because they know we cool. They can see that. They just need somebody willing to sit down with them and talk to them, and that's our responsibility, because our race can ill afford to just sit back when we make it and just make it. We just don't have that luxury.
Steve, what about the personal side of fame? When you reach the level that you've reached, people on the outside just see the front part of it, the shiny part. Yeah. Until they saw what Dave Chappelle went through. Right. People don't think about it. What about the toll on you personally when you reach this kind of height? How are you dealing with that?
It's tough, man. I've been divorced for a little over a year now, and this business is partly responsible for that. it's tough, you know. It's tough because we don't get a blueprint on how to do this. There's no course on fame and riches. You can't go take one. You can't go learn how to be famous. It just happens to you. You have nobody to go talk to about it. It's tough. I think the average person doesn't know the pool of fame and exactly what it is and how taxing it is on you. And what it, you know, it's funny, man. Everybody want to be in the spotlight. But when you're under the spotlight, everything about you is magnified. And your ugliness is really ugly. And that little pimple on your face is a huge bump till it becomes a sore. You know, and you just run into that all the time. And it's hard to see your name in print in a negative way. It's hard to hear rumors about you that are not true. That pulls you away a little bit. And it's caused me to withdraw quite a bit, you know.
When you think about that, would you trade any of it for where you are today?
Sometimes, man.
Really?
To be real, yeah.
You would have been happy as, I know you sold Amway at a time.
I wasn't going to be that happy. Let's not go back that far.
But you would trade it that day, some days.
Some days, man, I have said this to God, that if I had known all that this was, if I could have made this money grow in tomatoes, I probably could have been happy. I probably could have been happy if I could have, you know, fished for a living. If I was on the Bass Pro Tour fishing and making this kind of money, I'd be real happy because I love to fish. If I could make half of this fishing, I could have been happy. I just asked God for something and I didn't know all what it was. And some days, man, this is a bit much. You know, you want to put it down sometimes. But you could never escape being who you are. You know, I'm Steve Harvey all the time, 24/7. You know, my employees, they go home. But when I go home, I'm on the elevator as Steve Harvey. So when somebody gets on that elevator, it's him. When I go to the gym to try to stay fit, I'm Steve Harvey. When I go to the grocery store with a baseball hat on and a jogging suit, I'm still Steve Harvey. And then you pass by the newsstand, and there you are. And that's a bit much sometimes. That's tough, man. It ain't what people think it is.
As always, thank you so much. When we come back, are civil rights organizations still relevant, and do they speak to a younger generation? That's our roundtable discussion.